Hi everyone, welcome to my first video on YouTube. I'm going to be doing a Sims 4 speed build and I'm making a cute little autumnal abode. I hope you enjoy. So this is my first speed build on YouTube. I do hope you enjoy it because I had a lot of fun making this house. I just really wanted to go with that autumnal vibe and create something small and cute, and yeah, so it was a lot of fun and I hope you enjoy the video. What I want to do out of my YouTube speed builds is just sort of explain to you the process that I went through to make the house and my thought process as I was making it. As you will probably see, I do make lots of changes. I sort of start with something and then completely change it, completely delete it, but for me it just works out that way to kind of do a lot of trial and error. I would say if you're sort of new to building, like, just don't be afraid to try things out. If they don't work, they don't work and you just delete them. As you can see there, I tried to make a little upstairs, but I just decided it wasn't working out, and so I just deleted it. And the same with that little back room. It was going to be a bathroom, but like I was just struggling with the roof too much, so I just thought, let's just get rid of it and we'll figure out where the bathroom will go later. I wanted to make that little chimney section. I thought it looked really cute, but funnily enough, when I got into the interior design, I totally forgot about that chimney, and I only realised later on once I'd done the entire interior. So I have now decided that the house is sort of a converted cottage. So they took out that fireplace and they put central heating in instead. So that is how I'm getting around that. So yeah, after I've kind of done the roofing, I like to just go into the exterior and just sort of get an idea of what the finished house will look like. Especially with this build, as I wanted to keep sort of brown, earthy kind of colours just to really sort of make it look autumnal. So I kind of come back to this roofing because I'm just not happy with it. But as you can see, I kind of realised there that I was making it harder for myself having two separate roofs rather than just one massive one along the back. So after I corrected that, it kind of became a lot easier because there wasn't that little clipping anymore. Then I added in this roof. I just changed the style of what it was and it worked a lot better. So yeah, then again, just more trial and error with how the outside is gonna look. I think it's so important just to get the outside right because that kind of gives the vibe of what the whole house will look like in the end. So I do spend a bit of time working on this, getting it right, so that I'm happy with it. So yeah, that is my thought process there. I really loved those little stone patches when I changed that. So yeah, onto the inside, and as you can see, I just want to keep those brown orange kind of colours, keep it very autumnal and sort of foresty like. So yeah, I was pretty pleased with myself with this kitchen, as I instantly was kind of happy with it. Didn't take me too long. Kitchens usually take me a little bit of a while to get right, but I was pretty happy with this in the end, despite the fact that I forgot there was supposed to be a chimney there. But we'll just move on from that. When I moved into the living room, I already knew that I definitely wanted to go with an orange sofa. Not many items in the Sims look that nice when they're orange, but I thought that the sofas actually look quite nice, and so I definitely wanted to get some orange colouring in there where I could. I also really loved this coffee table because of all the different shades of brown that are in there. Some are a bit more orangey, some are a bit darker, and I just think that it was such a nice centerpiece to bring all the different colours that I'd been using throughout this room into one item. When it came to the decorations in the living room, I started off using these standing lights, but I just didn't quite like them. They weren't quite fitting in well. But then I found these nice little side tables, and I felt like they just merged into the sofa really well. I don't know if they came from the same pack, and that's kind of the idea that they were made for, but either way, I really loved it. Then into the bedroom, I'd already decided with those orange walls, which I would never usually use, but I just really liked them in this kind of situation where I'm trying to keep it very autumnal. I wanted the bedroom to look kind of cozy, so that's why I put that lamp there. Yeah, and then I tried to look really new and interesting with this curtain situation there, but I kind of like it. I don't really know how realistically you would close those curtains, but that doesn't matter. They're just there for aesthetics, really. Yeah, so I went with the wooden tables, wooden furniture, just to really bring in that woodland vibe I was going for. In the kitchen, I kind of, as I was starting to do the table and chairs, I realised that I just wanted to do a little bit of half wall just to separate out the living room from the kitchen. I think it kind of just makes it look a little bit better rather than it being fully open plan. So yeah, I kind of liked that. Then we're just adding a bit of clutter into the hallway. I like the realistic look when you put shoe racks and coat racks in the house, because everyone needs somewhere to put their shoes as soon as they come into the house. Now then, the bathroom it took me so long to get a look that I was happy with. I'm quite used to doing modern style bathrooms, but I wanted to keep this within the theme of the rest of the house. And I just really struggled getting the orangey kind of look in the bathroom, something that I was happy with. But as you can see, just now I decided to go with plain wallpaper and not tiled wallpaper, and that just really helped me out with that. And then I just kind of decorated the rest of the bathroom, and I was pretty happy with it. I quite often will use tiled wallpaper for the bathroom, so it was very different for me to not do that, but I'm really happy with it. I think it looks really nice and stylish. So with the interior complete, I moved back outside to work on the garden. I actually find the garden part of a build quite difficult. I guess it's something to do with that I have never owned a garden, so I don't really know exactly how you decorate a garden in real life, so let alone The Sims. But I am working on it, and I was quite happy with this garden in the end. But as you can see, again, as I was saying earlier, that I make lots of changes, I actually noticed that this garden was a bit too colourful for it to fit in with the autumn theme. So I actually go and delete pretty much everything that I do and start again with much plainer and less colourful flowers. I wasn't sure if once I got into live mode in the autumn season, whether or not the Sims would sort of make the plants look more autumnal anyway. So, but I just thought, just in case, I just wanted to sort of reduce the amount of bright colours that were in the garden. I wasn't sure how it would turn out in live mode. Once again, I just completely changed the paving stone, but I actually thought that that paving stone that I now have is a lot cuter and cozier and had warmer tones. I then added a couple of little autumnal decorations as lanterns and stuff that came with the seasons. I felt that, the seasons is an amazing expansion pack, and it's come with so many awesome things when you're trying to do a seasonal build. So I definitely wanted to make use of that pack. Then here I move on to the side garden, which is essentially the back garden of the house, but it's actually situated on the side of the building. But I just wanted to go with something a bit more simplistic. I didn't want to overdo it. I felt like it would just be a nice little place where whoever lived in the house could just come and have a little place to read a book or do a bit of gardening. Then I just added a few final decorations. I searched through seasons decorations and found these pumpkins, and of course Patchy had to go in there. So with those final touches in, that's my autumnal abode complete and finished. I hope you enjoyed watching the video as much as I enjoyed making it. Thank you for watching.